Hello, friends. Welcome back. I am Angela Imagination, Mrs. Imagination, but you can call me either one. I am so glad that you are here to see the activities I have planned for The Colors of Us by Karen Kantz. Oh, this book was so fun to read. It was just delightful with the pretty illustrations, the references to food that made it yummy. There was a lot of good in this book. Do you remember that this book pointed out that there were many different shades of brown? That people who are brown come in different shades. People like me come in different shades too. All of us are in different shades. We're actually all different shades of brown. We are. Some are dark, some are not, and some are light. Well, you know that the first activity that I will want us to do will be our writer's notebook. You know, a writer's notebook is so important because we all can be writers. We all should be writers. Maybe we're not going to write a book, but whatever we write is important. And the way we write it and the things we write about, the types of words we use, they are all important. Today, what I want us to add to our writer's notebook is something that I have talked about a lot while reading The Colors of Us. So I'm making a new heading. Illustrations. Remember, the illustrations are the drawings that accompany a picture book. Now, you don't have illustrations in every kind of writing you do, but sometimes, like in a picture book, or if you're sending something to a friend or writing something for a relative, maybe you want to include an illustration or two. Well, let's talk about illustrations. In the books that Mrs. Imagination has shared so far, there have been several different kinds of illustrations. Let's see if we can remember some of those. I remember that there have been some that are pencil sketches. Where they're only done with a pencil. This is mechanical pencil. But you know, the ones that are only done with a pencil. And so they're just kind of a gray, different colors, shades of gray. And they don't have any color. There was one book that we read that had pencil sketches, but it also had two other colors, yellow and blue. So there are some illustrations that are limited colors. Limited means you just decide which few colors you want to use, and you only use those colors throughout. And of course, there are some illustrations that are colorful. And I put that in all capital letters because they are super colorful. Well, in today's book, The Colors of Us, of course it's very colorful, but I want you to notice something else. I'm writing it down right now. Repeated patterns. Do you know what a pattern is? A pattern, there are several different definitions for a pattern, but a pattern in illustrations has to do with a repeated design. A pattern is a repeated design. Let me show you some of the patterns in our book. Where you will mostly see them are in the clothing. You see her dress, there's a repeated design, and oh my goodness, it's so intricate, so tiny. Let's see if we can find some more patterns. Oh, do you see this floor? There's a pattern, it's repeated. A green square, a yellow square, a green square that we can't see all of, yellow square, green square, yellow square, green square, yellow square, green square. That is a repeated design. It's a pattern. You see that pattern on her purse? The illustrator, who is also the author, also shows a pattern in some of the hair. See how she has the yellow and then the white, and then the yellow and then the white. And oh, look at her dress. Oh yes, and on some of the buildings there are awnings. These are coverings to help people not be wet when they're standing right outside. And do you see this one? This awning has stripes, purple and blue. Or this may just be a different shade of purple. But you see the lines that are different colors? Those are repeated. That is a pattern, just like these checkerboards right here, blue and white. Oh, I really like every page of this beautiful book has patterns in it. It's so funny to me. Even some of the buildings have like flowers on them. I don't know if I've ever seen a building done with flowers on the outside, unless they're painted on there. Anyway, oh, look at this beautiful pattern right here. Oh, wow. There are T's with a dot in the middle with lines out to the side. See how that's repeated? And yellow or orangish dots. I love that pattern. Oh, that's so beautiful. Well, it just so happens that our first activity will be to create a pattern. And remember that when you're doing any type of illustration, whether you're drawing a scene from outside or a picture of something that's in your house, like maybe a vase of flowers or a clock or whatever, you can incorporate a pattern into it somehow. Maybe the wall behind the clock would have a pattern. Anyway, patterns are fun. So let's do a little bit of pattern making. I can think of lots of fun ways to do patterns. We're going to do an easy one today with some markers. So I've got some colors. I've got a black. So let's do one of the line patterns. You remember we saw, we'll just do it easy. First, we're on pink paper. So what if we just did black and pink, black, pink, black, pink, black, pink. Okay. Look at that pattern. That's a pattern. That is a pattern. Black and pink, black and pink, black and pink, and black. Now we can do something even more exciting than that. Do you remember the checkerboard floors we saw in the book? What if we made our own checkerboard pattern? You have to have plenty of color for this. You may want to use crayons that would last a little bit longer. I'm doing black and pink again because that will be easier to show you. Do you see that checkerboard pattern I did? Well, let's go ahead and make it perfect. Do you see the black, pink, black, pink, black, pink, black, pink, black, pink? Ooh, what a cool checkerboard pattern. Let's change away from our black for a moment and let's choose a purple. What if we wanted to do a pattern where we did a flower, a purple flower, then we did an orange flower. Okay, I've done a purple flower and an orange flower. What comes next after that? Purple, orange. That's right. Purple. What comes after purple, orange, purple? Orange. Do you see how I have designed a pattern? Oh, there are all kinds of ways we can do patterns. Oh, that's fun. You could fill a whole page with one repeated design that's called a pattern. There are a lot of beautiful patterns you can come up with. All right, the last activity I have today is mixing colors. Do you remember in our story that Lena's mom said if you use the right amount of red, yellow, white, and black, you will get brown? Well, you will get different shades of brown. So let's see if I take some of the black, some of the white. I've got some thick, ooh, I got a lot of white. So it's probably going to be, oh, this is just going to be interesting. I'm just going to try to get a little bit of yellow. And I'm taking a toothpick. I'm just doing this very simply. I'm going to mix and mix and mix. I'm getting a pretty light shade of brown because I added quite a bit of the white. Do you see? And the yellow is coming through in it too. Let's add a little bit more of the black and see what we get. It's fun to mix colors, just to create your own shades. Ooh, this is coming to be a beautiful shade of brown. Look at that beautiful shade of brown. All right. Lena's mom was right. If you mix red, yellow, white, and black, you get brown. I always thought just black and white made brown, but I guess that makes gray. Well, that's fun. And you could have fun coming up with all different colors or shades of brown. Well, wow, I hope you have enjoyed these activities today centered around all the colors of us. I've had such a delightful time sharing them with you, And it's all because we read a picture book. I look forward to your next visit. Until then, see ya.